It's estimated that World War II claimed the lives of 3% of the world's population. That's over 60 million people. As nations grasped the scale of the brutality, they vowed that total war should never happen again. To promote cooperation and trust, 51 countries established the United Nations in 1945. One of the first things they considered was how to protect human life. So on the 10th of December 1948, the UN General Assembly adopted the Universal Declaration of Human Rights. The Declaration declares that we are all born free and equal and should be treated as such. It sets out 30 standards, such as everyone has the right to an education and that no one should be held in slavery. It declares that human rights are universal, to be enjoyed by all people, no matter who they are. In addition to the Declaration, the United Nations member states have created a number of human rights treaties. The UK has signed up to 7 of these. The treaties protect rights such as the right to hold a political opinion or the right to health. They also set out protections for certain groups, such as women and children. The United Nations Convention on the Rights of Persons with Disabilities was the first human rights treaty of the 21st century. It aims to ensure that disabled people enjoy human rights on an equal basis as everyone else, and that they can participate fully in society by receiving the same opportunities as others at work and school, and having access to the same things other people enjoy. Every few years, the UK is reviewed on how it's performing against the requirements of each treaty. Committees in Geneva undertake this task. The UK government has to report to the UN committees on its progress. The Commission also tells the committees its view on how the UK government is doing, what they're doing well, what they could do better. Civil society groups also give their views to the committees. At the end of the process, the UN committees will consider everyone's evidence and will produce a report on how well the UK government, including the Northern Ireland Executive, has performed. The UN committees then make recommendations on how to improve the protection and promotion of human rights in the UK, including Northern Ireland. In 1998, the UK introduced its own Human Rights Act. This protects many of the rights contained in the treaties. If the government doesn't listen to the UN committee's recommendations, then the Commission will challenge this. Sometimes it might result in going to court. It's an important part of the job of the Northern Ireland Human Rights Commission to monitor how well the government is meeting the requirements of all the treaties. By talking to politicians, government, and other organisations about any UN recommendations, the Commission tries to make Northern Ireland a better place for all of us to live in.